Good evening, everybody. We are going to do a run here in Chaos Zero Nightmare. A little bit of a kind of surprise stream here. I had some other plans, but my voice has been giving me trouble all weekend. I've got some construction going on at my place here, and I think just the dust has been bothering me. So I didn't think I could make it through something with too intensive of dialogue, hence Crown and Adventure. We will hopefully be able to do that tomorrow. So we're going to instead do what's kind of been one of my side obsessions recently. We checked out Chaos Zero Nightmare on launch day, and I've actually been having a decent amount of fun with this. The account is free to play still. I have moved I finished chapter 4, and just today I hit level 40, and level 40 is really important in this game because it opens up a new mode called the Zero System. The Zero System is a major improvement on the roguelike mode of Chaos Manifestation. We'll hop in here and I'll explain it a little bit more in a second. As for account progression here, I have been doing all right for myself. I've been doing a little bit of summons, I didn't put them on camera or anything, but my luck on this account has held out as being absolutely terrible. I asked the game to give me anybody but a dude, and I have 2 copies here of Kayron. We can see here 2 copies. At least he's really good, I'll say that. So at least he's not a dude and he's crappy. But yeah, womp womp on that one. My main team has been him and Ray and Mika, and I've absolutely been slaughtering everything in front of me. And then I realized that at the end of the month, we were gonna have some rewards reset. And so in order to get through a different mode, I needed a second team. So I have a Haru, Beryl, and Amir has been my secondary team. They're not particularly good at the moment, but they were able to get me through there, and I could get the things before the monthly reset. So now I have a full another month before we need to worry about that. And yeah, we'll continue on there. The characters themselves, I have hardly got any gear or anything. It's really, really inefficient to farm any gear until level 40, because then you can start getting the, I'm gonna call them oranges. I think they're legendary technically. And I just opened up level 40 today. If I was gonna give advice to anyone, even a free-to-play player, I think it's probably worth, and I wish I had done this earlier, do 2 energy recharges per day with your crystals. It's only 50 a pop, so you spend 100 gems and you get 120 ether from those 2 refills. No matter how you spend your energy, it's worth the same amount of account XP. I would strongly suggest farming stuff to allow you to level up and promote your combatants and their partners. So right away when I hit level 40, I was able to instantly get Kayron, Ray, and Mika all the way to 50, and their partners to 50. Although I say that, I'm gonna just double check and make sure that that's true. It's not true. I didn't have enough partner XP. I had the promotion materials, but not the partner XP. So that's where we're at right now. If we check here, yeah, we're not broken through here. Yeah, okay, so I was a little bit behind on the partner materials. I did have to use some of them to get my secondary team here up a little bit. That's why. But yeah, I would strongly say farm those things. You could get a few of the potential crystals if you want, if you think it's going to be good. Definitely unlock this first node for everyone you're going to use. But beyond that, it's not super important. I would focus the energy on that. Focus getting yourself to level 40. And then when you're level 40, you can do the memory fragments, which is the gear stuff. And more importantly, that's going to get us into the Zero System, which is what we're going to do tonight. We catch up on chat here. I did see a couple people hopped in. Hey, Andrew and Axe, good to see you tonight. I see we're back on YouTube being weird and giving me weird names. Thanks, YouTube. Very cool. Horrid luck account. Yeah, I still can't get over how bad it was. We went through the entirety of our initial free summons, and we literally did not get a new character. Literally none. We got a whole bunch of dupes of people I didn't want. So a dude that I didn't want, Ray, who is actually good. At the time I didn't want her. She's incredible with Kayron, so that's all right. In fact, I wish I would actually get her some more dupes. If I could get to, I mean, just any of these would be fine. It's pretty darn good. It's pretty darn good. When Ray uses an attack card, heal for 120%. This is really nice, actually, for just kind of healing up some chip damage that you get. And then Mika, very, very powerful. Probably the most universally powerful character, and she's a free character. I was hoping that we could get some dupes of her on the Haru banner. I got one dupe. And I got a relatively, I think we were at like 60 pulls when we got Haru. So I was very disappointed because I was hoping for some of our dupes here. If we could get to this one, retained source of water would be a huge power spike for her, but we didn't. We have Haru, obviously no dupes. Beryl, I got most of my dupes in her. She's actually really good. I really like her playstyle more than I like Haru actually. So I wish we had gotten more dupes here, but we didn't. I think I have, 3 dupes on Owen. I just started leveling him up a little bit. That was a mistake. I was gonna replace Amir on my second team because she's struggling quite a bit. But I put materials into him, and then I hit level 40. Kind of surprised. I didn't realize I was as close as I did. I wish I hadn't done it. But he has some stuff in here. He'll be useful once I can get him up. As I mentioned, I was leveling Amir. She was in my second team. She really struggles, like really struggles. I think that at 2, getting this metalize at the beginning of battle would help, or 6 where you get a free one. But as she is very difficult to use, if we look at my save data here, the only thing I could figure out to make her even vaguely useful is getting Heaven on her hovering metal and her metal extraction. Heaven is the ability that when you play any 2-cost card, this card plays for free. So Haru plays her Anchor Strike, and then hovering metal. Yeah, I don't care that I played an hour. But either of these cards can play for free, and that made her vaguely useful. And I say that vaguely useful. Not too impressed here. And then on this account, I've not particularly leveled up Teresa, and I did finally pull somebody else, Selenia, but I didn't have a use for her at the time, so I haven't leveled her up. So that's where we're sitting on those. I guess one last thing to show off here. Chiron has Chiron has an okay couple pieces of gear. I've only leveled up 1 memory fragment. I put 1 level into his cup here. It's void damage, so it's on. It was an okay piece, and it unlocked defense, so it's kind of a crap piece. And that's the only thing I've leveled up. He has a full 4-piece set, and I believe a 2-piece, and a full 2-piece set. So his damage is where we're at. Nobody else has anything good. I think Ray, yeah, she does have both sets unlocked, but they're terrible pieces. And Mika has random stuff on. So I'm not geared at all. Like I said, I was really holding off to do this memory fragment simulations until we hit 40 to try to be efficient here. Chasing that Gooner bait. Well, you got to do what you got to do. I will say, Axe, I don't remember if you were here on the day we streamed this or not, but the roguelike mode, the Chaos Manifestation, and now that I finally unlocked it, the Zero system, is legitimately a fun game mode. And it also solves one of my major problems with a lot of gachas. When I have time and I want to play a gacha, you run out of stamina and there's nothing to do. I hate that. In this game, even if you don't claim the rewards at the end here, you can try to farm up new decks that are better. So there is actually something to do once you've used up your energy. So I will say this is like a big plus to me. This game mode is like legitimately fun. I really like this game mode. I guess final thought before we hop fully in here. The reason that mode is so cool is when you go through those modes, you get save data, and save data changes your deck. So if I change my deck here, this is how the character starts. This is your baseline data. So we would have 2 basic attacks, a basic heal, and then we have the Echo of Futility. During your run, you get epiphanies, and that unlocks these 4 cards. And then once you have them all unlocked, then you can start getting epiphanies that upgrade cards. So if we look at the save data I have equipped here, Black Hole has a special epiphany on it. So reduce the cost of the card by 1. Normally this is a 2-cost card. That is very, very powerful, being able to do that. I have Oath of Vanity, an upgrade. It has an epiphany here, which I could get other epiphanies. This one, upon creating Futility, which is normally just a dead card in your hand he uses for his mechanics. Instead, it's an attack card that does damage and heals. Very interesting play style that opens up. And then Black Hole here is an upgrade card. And again, when I exhaust Futility cards, we just do a random 100% damage to a random character. So it really plays into his play style. I don't think he shows it off the best, though. Let me bring up Ray. So Ray, her base save data is this. This is why when I first looked at this character, I was like, oh man, she's not really very good. She's a damage dealer that does like no damage. No, I totally read this wrong. She is not a damage dealer. She's an incredible support character. So we look at my save data here. You see how different those two look. We've taken out all of her basic attacks. Unfortunately, the basic heal ended up back in my save data, so that's a little unfortunate. But she has upgrades that make all my one-cost cards, not hers, just everybody's one-cost cards do extra damage, like our futility cards that are now attacks. We can cycle our deck and gain attack damage. Morale is a damage buff that she can give us a bunch of stacks for. I have an ego card here. It gives us ego points. She has a piece of gear on that lets her use lead cards for free. So once per turn. So if we draw a Strike of Darkness, she just auto does it. I have 2 of those in my deck, which is a okay amount of damage, and it gives my basic attack cards extra damage, and we gain extra morale. So just really supercharged her attack or her support abilities. And this isn't even a very good build. Extra snack times would make her way more powerful. So, and you get those decks by going through the roguelike mode. The problem is when you finish a run, based on the difficulty of your run, you have save data value. I don't know what the numerics are, and this is one of my big complaints about the game. Tell me what the value of the data from a run is. Show me the data cost of every card in my deck. Because when you have decks who are higher value than your save data, what that does is it randomly drops some of your cards and adds some of the stuff back into your deck. It feels really bad when you have a cool run and you have a really neat deck, and then the save data just gets screwed. Now that will be solved as we go up in difficulty. We'll have higher save value data, hence this system, the zero system. What is so cool about this is this works a tiny bit like maps do in Path of Exile. AKA, we're gonna roll up the maps that we are gonna use. They're gonna have difficulty, they're gonna have modifiers, and they're gonna change their rewards. So this one is the map Blue Pot. It is, I don't know what this technically is. I think this is world level. It goes up to 10. 10 is the goal. If we get to 10, we're maxed out. It's a level 40 map. My character's a level 50, so we shouldn't struggle too badly in here. It is a passion map. Now, unfortunately, I don't have a passion team, so we're just gonna have to go in with my void team and Kayron and brute force this. If you match the element properly, it's a big power spike because you'll be able to break the enemies, which give you extra action points. So I would much prefer to be on type, but I'm not, so that's it. So we're gonna have normal save data, so that's kind of crap. I wish that was better, but this is what we're starting with. We have the chance of rare fate encounters increased by 5%, and our modifier here is Tyrant 1. Elite and boss area monsters attack and health increased by 10%. Shouldn't be something too bad for me. In addition, exploration. This is the same exploration we were getting from the Chaos Manifestation, so we can continue doing that in this mode. And that's super good because the rewards here, we unlock things like new pieces of gear that we can find, new fate cards that we can pick, and these are permanent. I believe these apply to every single mode, not map specific. So we're gonna wanna go through every single map and we're gonna wanna unlock everything. For example, this one, Dimensional Cube, if we had a Renona deck, her main mechanic is she creates these bullets, and when she discards them, she does damage. If you check this out, when discarding a card, plus 10% damage for 1 turn, she can throw away like 15 bullets in a single turn. Absolutely crazy piece of gear for her team. And there's gonna, of course, be different things like that on each map. So very cool. And then, of course, we have a reward track as we go through there. Okay, I think that's all the explanation I wanted to do. Luckily, my voice is intact so far. Let me catch up here. Andrew says, you can chat in full screen now. YouTube does something useful. Oh, wow. That is actually useful. Do we forgive them a little bit for messing up people's account names? Like 25% maybe? Okay, yeah, let's hop into this. Let's see how we do. No, this is going to be my first run in there. We are not, this is the B team here. We are not going to use the B team. We're going to flip over to the A team. As I mentioned, we're all level 50. Partners all broke through. We have 49 on our partner for Kayron. So we are not maxed out in any way, but we're also over leveled for the map. So, oh, one last thing. I mentioned that you don't have to spend energy to be able to get the loot. If you do spend energy to get the loot, in this mode specifically, it is very, very good. We can get these chaos orbs, which is a meta currency for this mode. That's cool. But we also can get gear. And this is going to be way, way better than getting gear through the simulation, at least in my opinion, because I believe we're going to actually be able to see the pieces. So if we go through this and we get a really cool piece, we can claim it. And if we don't, we could just not pay for the loot and we could do another run. So it'll mitigate the crappy RNG loot. I mean, this is Genshin system or Star Rail system. I mean, Chaos Zero Nightmare definitely studied Honkai and Hoyo's homework. Let's just put it that way for a lot of these systems. And they're okay systems. I hate the gearing system. I'm not a huge fan of it, but at least this mitigates the RNG a little bit. Yeah, so we'll see how we do here. Hopefully we'll get a cool piece of set and I can claim it. I would like to claim them because it's going to give me account XP. And I believe everything in the game unlocks at 50, I believe. So we have a ways to go on that. Okay, let's do it. What's the worst that can happen? Never forgive, never forget. Aren't these made by the same people? No, this one is made by the same people who do Epic 7. I think their Smilegate is the name. Okay, so we start off here. I'm going to do a little bit of explanation, just assuming that people didn't watch the first stream. So forgive me if I'm rehashing ground. So this is that first potential unlock I did for every character. We just start with an epiphany. Now, because we're in the roguelite mode, we get our gear, but we don't get our decks. So we're starting from fresh. Ideally, early in the run, we're gonna decide who's gonna get the best deck, and we're gonna focus on them really, really, really hard, and we'll build a really nice deck and try to save it. Now, the save data here is only normal, so it probably won't matter too much for this run, but that's the generic strategy that I've been using. So we started off with Black Hole, very, very powerful card for him. We started off with the Resonating Darkness. Her upgrade's very nice. That 40% damage to one-cost cards is really good. Ideally, I would like to get the Epiphany for this. It does plus void damage. But if we get the 60% damage for cards with one, that would be fine too. And we got Tactical Analysis. Not my favorite card. Wave is part of her mechanic. Extra healing, it's fine. Okay, then we have to pick a fate. This is random based on the fates that we have unlocked. At the end of battle, we recover 5% health. This team has healing, so that's not too important. For my other team, I don't have any healing. I just use shields. This would be really good for them. We could get 2 random pieces of rare equipment. Yeah. Gain 50 credits upon victory in unidentified boss areas. Credits would be kind of nice. I think we're gonna... I don't really need the healing if I'm being honest. I think we're gonna take Mistreatment. We'll go for the cash. Get that greed. Okay, so this is what the roguelike mode looks like. It's going to look familiar if you played Slay the Spire or other games like that. Yeah, other games like that. So we have random battles. We have campfires, which let us heal. We want campfires to have merchants on them more than random campfires. We have encounters. Now, the encounters are kind of important because by finding new encounters that we haven't experienced before, that's how we raise our exploration level. So I'm going to focus in on those a little bit more than I might normally. I believe these are how we get chaos orbs in this mode. So we really would like to try to hit as many of these as we can. That is an elite fight, which obviously drop better loot. So we'd like to do that. This is a halfway point. If you're playing and you want to leave this mode, you're stuck in here until you finish a run or you get to one of these. So one of my little bits of feedback, I think you should just be able to pause your run and leave at any time. Just because a lot of people are going to play this on mobile, and if you play games on mobile, you don't sit down for long sessions. So I do kind of wish you could do that. It's fine for me the way I play it, but okay. So I'm seeing so far we have no merchants. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. This is my first merchant. Okay, I want to make sure we hit this. Card removal is really important, and we can do that the merchant. So we need to be on the high run. So I could be as low as this. Okay, so I really need to stay in these top 3 lanes. Top lane. Okay, so 2 wit. I really don't need this campfire, but I want to be in the top lane. So I need to go to one of these 3. I guess it's kind of eeny, meeny, miny, mo. We'll do that one. Okay, so we are going to start us off in the middle. Slay the Spire plus Gacha plus Gooner Bait. These devs are going to be loaded. I never played Epic 7. I think the Epic 7 community is relatively happy with that game, so that's always a good sign. Okay, I gotta remember I don't have my normal decks here, so I need to be a little thoughtful. This is the epiphanies I was mentioning, so these are gonna unlock our new cards. Okay, so I probably am gonna upgrade. All right, let's do tactical. It's a free card. We have 3 action points every turn normally. Okay, she unlocked Whirlpool. Not my favorite card. Yeah, not my favorite card. At base, it does damage and does some healing, and it's based on the number of people we hit. Source of Water is her best card, in my opinion. It gives us extra AP. Very important. All right, we'll do our Strike at Dark. Well, no. Let's do our upgrade here. That'll erase the damage of 1-cost cards. Then we'll do our Strike of Darkness. She unlocks Snack Time. Okay. Snack Time's interesting. In this game, Exhaust means remove from your deck. And Chiron plays with Exhaust a lot. This is really, really powerful with him because he has a card that lowers its cost based on the number of cards we've exhausted that turn. If we get an upgrade here that we can exhaust 2 cards, we can literally make that card free for him in the right circumstances. Now here, I do think I'm going to use that. So let's exhaust a card. Let's remove material regeneration from our deck. This is only for this battle, not permanently. We'll do our Whirlpool, and oh, we got Water Arrow. Not a great attack, but at least it's an attack. Okay, cool. All right, Echoes of Futility, one of my good attack cards. Definitely going in on that. 2 Epiphanies in for him already. That is excellent. And we already killed something. Okay, got some credits. All right, Campfire, very unneeded right now. We could do a training. We really don't need to heal. We don't need to lower stress. Yeah, let's do a training. We're going to get a choice of 3 cards. Now, this is one of the areas where I feel the game's a little bit weak. So you can only get cards that are of the correct classes that you have with you. So I can't even use these 2. I kind of wish it only drew from cards you could possibly put into your deck. Like, I don't love that. Okay, we have Repent here. Now, can I see what your epiphany is? I don't know why I would take this card. It's an exhaust card that gives minus some morale and minus resolve. That's debuffs on myself. I assume there must be a good epiphany for this. Let's find out this run. So I need to put this either on a psychic character or a support character. So I think we're going to throw this. We'll put this on Mika and we'll see what it ends up doing. Can I actually look at those epiphanies now? I want cards. So, what can you epiphany into? Can I look at that? No, you're not going to let me. Okay, we'll find out. A little bit of exploration in this one. All right, next random encounter. Take some Crusaders. We're here to deliver judgment upon the followers of Chaos. The Chaos Order is cosmic evil. Okay, we have an encounter with the Holy Crusaders. They're hunting down the Chaos Order. A pair of dry eyes behind a golden mask quietly studies the group. So we can pick what we'd like to do here. We could attack them. I've never actually done that. We could gain an Epiphany. We could gain Resolute Gauntlets. At the start of Chaos Order battle, extra damage, and that's kind of whatever. We could remove a card. Let's do an Epiphany. We're kind of in the deck Epiphany stage. Okay, Deluge. This is a good card. It's unique. It has Outbreak of War. Unique means once you play it, or no, unique is the rarity. Outbreak of War means we draw it at the beginning of combat, and upgrade means we only have to play it once. We gain a wave, and then at the beginning of our turn, we gain a wave. When she gains 3 waves, we gain an extra action point. So very nice card for her. You're turning us into your enemy. Be careful. Okay. I need to do an attack on them at some point and see what that does. Again, for exploration purposes, we want to try to unlock everything we can. All right, Hairy Eyeballs. And we did get an Epiphany here. So we have Oath of Vanity. Upon creating Futility, change it to an attack card. Very important for his kit. Very, very important for his kit. And we got Echoes of True Abyss. Echoes of True Abyss, very, very good again. Because it's an epiphany, it's free right now. Normally we'd have to pay for this. 270 damage, we create 5 futility cards, and we get plus 44% damage for each one. So that'd be 220% extra damage. Okay, let's get our deluge running. Okay, because this is free this turn. Yeah, let's just play that right away. So, boom, already a big hit. Okay, here's my futilities. Normally they start as status ailments that don't do anything. Because we have that upgrade, they do some damage and they do some healing. So we can finish him off, give ourselves a little bit of heal. Ooh. Yeah, I actually find the sustain on this team really good. Between her little tiny bits of healing and his little tiny bits of healing, and then having a main healer. So we're pretty set on that. Okay, repent. I really want to know what you do. Are you giving... Oh, maybe you're giving it to them. Let's pop this. So we're looking for minus morale. Who are you going to put that on? Okay, it is on the enemy. I still don't think that's a very good card, so I'm curious to see what that upgrades into. Okay, let's do elimination. That gets me a futility. We'll do a snack time. And we'll use that to get rid of the futility from the deck. And then we get to draw a card. Okay, we'll just Dark Blade him. Not a stellar turn. Okay, nice. Here's our upgrade, and we have another epiphany. Very nice. We got our Predator Blade. This is one of her, I would say, key abilities. I'd say normally it's on 1 cost, I believe. It's a 255% damage, so pretty heavy hitting. And for 1 turn, you gain 4 morale. 4 morale is a lot of morale. We look at our buffs here. Oh, hold on. Didn't give it to me yet. Finish giving it to me. Thank you. Every morale is 20% damage. That is ridiculous. And it's only 1 cost. So now we're doing plus 80% damage. Let's go ahead and we'll hit him. So look at this, 390% damage. Is this a new game by the Chrono Arc devs? I don't believe this is the same dev team, but very much the same genre, Justin. This is from Smilegate, who does Epic 7. But it shares a lot of that same DNA. I love Chrono Arc. Chrono Arc is so good. I played a few more runs on my own. Definitely need to stream that some more too. But same exact idea here, basically. This game is a gacha game. Yes, it is. I have played completely free to play on it. I have not spent any money. I am enjoying it quite a bit though. I may throw down a few bucks. You know, like I always say, you got to support the games that you like. So I'm totally fine with that. I'm pretty good at keeping myself under control, so I don't worry too much about that. Okay, here I think we're gonna go for this elite fight because I want the Chaos Orb, and we need to stay up the top. So we need to head to the top of this route. Okay, Smilegate, on the off chance that you're watching someday, you really should just be able to click this, and you should be able to go from here. I shouldn't have to close that screen and then click here. Just a piece of feedback. Okay, these guys aren't too bad. Primal Release, they're gonna do some damage and they're gonna get some or no, he's just gonna do shields. Okay, we don't care about that. Also, we're full on ego points, so I probably should try to use some here so that we can keep gaining more. This is not a good turn to do that though. Okay, we'll buff ourselves with the morale. We'll squish a guy at full life. It's not super needed, but again, we're just at full ego, and there's no reason to sit on full ego. We'll go ahead and pop it. Gives us 2 sources of water, gives us 2 more AP. We'll go ahead and just burn some futilities here. Again, that goes into his mechanics of things that he has scale off of doing that. Okay, source of water gets me an AP. Resonating darkness gets me damage up. Oh, I should also note, I have a piece of gear. They're set. If I get rid of a card, if I exhaust a card for either one of these guys, I get 15% extra damage on them. That's part of their gear set. So, 2 wits. Well, no, we're not going to be able to afford it this turn. All right, squish that guy. Got a bunch of fatalities. We'll just do another one here to finish the fight. All right, is the elite next? No, random encounter next. Okay, I think that means this is a new one I have not been to. So again, that's my exploration level. So really, really nice there. Fleeting glimpse of a new realm shimmer within the gate, radiating a mysterious energy. Enter through the gate. Event encounter inside the treasure trove. Beyond the gate lay a lavish chamber overflowing with treasure. Yeah, I believe we can open all three of these. I've had this one on different maps. What do we get? Flashbang. At the start of battle, apply 1 weaken to a random enemy. Okay, so there's a little bit of strategy here too. It would be best on Chiron because he's my main DPS and giving him attack would be really good. But if we get a yellow piece of gear, he's going to get it. So I'm going to give it to Ray. She likes attack value too. She's my second stringer, and the utility of being able to weaken a person, that's fine. Instead, we could extract it, which gives us credits if we didn't want to, but we'll go ahead and equip that. Come on, give me something good. Okay, some random credits and... Hey, reinforced combat suit defense. At the end of turn, if there's no shield, gain 60% shield. I'm going to give that one to Mika. It's not anything offensive. Some extra defense is fine. Sure. The group moved through the treasure trove. Continue. All right, here we go. First elite fight. We are over leveled, like I mentioned, so hopefully these won't be too bad. If we fail these, we don't get to progress up the difficulty. So it's really important that we actually finish the map, if at all possible. Okay, so he is going to, at the end of turn, recover an HP. He's going to he has weaken on him. 1 binding hand. I don't know what binding hand does. Okay. Give me the deluge. Give me a tactical analysis. Source of water. Oh, what a bad hand. Give me the upgrade, and then we have 1 attack. Unfortunately, I don't have any ego skills in this group that let me draw cards. In my second team, I have a lot of card draw in my ego skills. Okay, so he just regens some. That's fine. Okay, so he put shackles on us. If this card is in hand when the enemy's act, disable 1 card usage. When action count decreases, -1 action. Ooh, gross. Yeah, no, let's get rid of that. Luckily, when we exhaust things, that does play into other mechanics for this group, so that's not too bad. All right, we've got 3 points. We have Ray up for ego skill. Okay, let's do an elimination. This does a decent amount of damage and gives us a futility card. Let's burn the futility card. Now that gives me the extra damage because we exhausted one of our cards. Ray will do her ego skill, so some damage and +1 AP. And then with that AP, now we can afford Echoes of the True Void. So very nice little combo there. That extra 15% damage. Yeah, nice hit. Bajillion futilities into our hand that are not upgraded either, so that is what that is. Chiron definitely likes teams that are able to get rid of those cards for him so we don't have to pay for them all the time. Okay, are you just going to shackle me every turn? At the start of turn, create 1 bind. I assume bind is actually shackles. The devs did have a stream. They did it in an apology stream. I guess the Koreans really hate the story in this game. I thought it was just kind of blah. So part of that, they also mentioned the translations. They really need to work on that. You cannot have a tactical card game with bad translations. Sometimes the same thing will be translated 3 different ways. One of the big weaknesses, I would say, of the game right now. Okay, okay, we're gonna do the bigger attack. Done. Having to keep burning that card every turn is really crimping my style here. Okay, he is gonna do that to me every turn. Oh, I should have snack timed that. That was a little bit of a mistake, playing too fast. All right, let's get the morale. All right, let's snack time. And we're gonna get rid of Whirlpool because Whirlpool is not gonna be relevant for this fight. We drew Black Hole. Okay, unfortunate. Hey, Adius. Yay, Babble's playing this. I'm in the 40s, still gearing up your Renona for the Zero system. Very nice. I just hit 40 today. So yeah, this is our first Zero run. It should be good. It should go really well. I can't imagine this is gonna be too big of a problem. Okay, this shackle thing is really crimping my style. Okay, we could create a bunch of futilities. Yeah, let's do it. Boom. Okay, we have the upgrade now, so now they're at least attacks, but this is going to hit harder. Yeah, we have a maximum. Man, I wish I had his ego skill, which would exhaust these for me. It's a Korean game, actually, Andrew. Get that out. Damage there. I do need to pay attention to my HP here. We probably should start actually using some heals, but I kind of want to get rid of him, and we'll heal up in other fights. Okay, can I just kill him? Okay, we'll break him. Let me think about that. Okay, let's get rid of this first. Then we'll break him. That gives me a point back. This is why it's so important, ideally, to be on type, so you can break enemies continuously and get those free points. That doesn't kill him. You know what? Let's actually drop the heal here while I have a second. And I think we're actually going to use damage reduction and a little tiny heal here. Yeah, he's actually hurt me enough. Okay, source of water gets me an AP. Let's get rid of the shackles. I gotta be careful because that shackles can really mess me up if it procs. Okay, we'll get the morale. That's unfortunately before we turn that into an attack. I guess we debuff him. Man, what a horrible turn. Didn't get any damage. Youch. Okay, get rid of the shackles. Neither of these are attacks. We have one attack. It's not going to kill him. Okay, if we do this, though, that'll give Ray 15% damage buff. Again, that's coming off of our set pieces from our gear. Oh, that only applied to him. Oh. Okay, that makes that way worse for Ray. That means only her snack time is going to be able to proc that. I figured it would just be if anyone did it, but that is not the case. Did you see all the drama got us 50 free pulls? Yep, yep. I mean, in my opinion, the story was just incredibly blah, like really blah. But I'll take free pulls, sure. And I assume that means we're gonna be able to clear the story again when they redo it, so we'll get a whole bunch of rewards from that too. So yeah, cha-ching. Okay, I think we're gonna kill him this turn. So Source of Water, Predator Blade, Echoes of the Abyss. Oh, we don't even get that far. Cool. All right, buddy, what'd you give me? Ooh, okay. This is another really cool thing about the roguelike mode. You can actually get the cards from bosses and elites. Some of these cards are ridiculously OP. The downside is they're worth a whole bunch of save data. So even if this is a good card, there's almost like a 0% chance we're going to be able to keep it on this run because we have normal save data. So 140% shield at the start of the next turn, all enemies action count +2. As far as cards go, this is pretty mid. I will take it though. That's a nice support ability. We'll give that to Mika, because I'm probably not saving Mika's data no matter what. All right, gave us at the start of turn, activate a random initiative card. I will also give this one to Ray. I have this on my normal save data. If we could get that dark card to have initiative, or what do they call it? Fast. Again, the translations have like 10 names for things. It'll autoplay her card, and none of these two have any cards like that, so she's the only one that could benefit from that. And credits. Yes. All right, random encounter. Please be something new. Not new for sure. Hey, is anyone there? Please save me. I don't want to become a ghoul. Look carefully. There should be a way, right? That's right. Yesterday, a ghoul happened to devour a guard horribly. Check out the ghoul kennel. Okay, so we could examine the ghoul enclosure. We lose 20% health, and we find the key, or we could just pass him by. We will do this, although the health damage hurts. Ow. Although they couldn't avoid the wounds, they were fortunate enough to find an old wooden key, just as the prisoner said. The key is very worn out. Seems like it won't be used more than once. So we could open a box. We're looking for a way to get him out. I'm drawn to the middle box. Inside the box was a tool that could be used to free the prisoner. Thank you very much. The one who almost became a ghoul found their belongings and showed gratitude. Cloud walking shoes. Okay, here's another one. If an ally's defeated in this game, we've lost the run. So how the heck does this do anything? This has to be a mistranslation, but what it actually does, I have no idea. Maybe it's when an enemy is defeated, I gain shield? I don't know. I haven't figured this one out at all. They're hoping you'd be too busy gooning to see the horrible writing. With the power of goon and gambling, you don't need a story. Well, there you go. Okay, because I have literally no idea what this card is supposed to do, we will take it. We'll give it to Ray. Maybe it does something. I don't know. They need to fix that translation really badly. All right, buddy. Yep, you're welcome. Okay, we still don't have any choices. Okay, we're at the save point, essentially. We're not leaving. We're going to finish the run. So you do get a free piece of gear here. We'll take it. Magic Infused Sapphire. At the start of battle, if Outbreak of War card is in hand, 1 tenacity damage to all enemies. That's actually useful. We have Mika's Outbreak of War card. I don't believe these two have one. So anybody could use this. It's extra health. I think we're going to give this to Mika. Poor Chiron's here like, I'm the carry, why don't I get any gear? All right, that's cool. That'll be useful. Okay, let's go back to our map again. All right, so we could go either way because it's going to condense. I want to be on the high path because I want the Chaos Stone and I want the store. So let's do... I'm looking at my credits here. Let's do the event and hope it's a new event for exploration. I guess what happened, Adius, is something happened and the main writer quit. And then the main producer, leader guy apologized because he said he interfered too much in the story. I guess the story was supposed to be we're in some kind of like time loop is the main character's power. But the story we got is not that. It's that we don't forget. I air quote that. So I assume it's supposed to be we're stuck in a time loop, but our character could remember what had happened. And so we're trying to get the good ending, essentially, which would make sense if you go through the character stories, because you can run through the story and see the secret ending, the good ending, the bad ending, and the neutral ending. So I guess that's what it's supposed to be doing. That sounds way more interesting than what we got. That's for sure. Yeah, so I don't know. That's very, very weird. How you liking Chiron? He's excellent. When I started the game, I literally said, give me anybody but a dude. So of course I got Chiron and a dupe of him. But mechanically, he's really good. He has good single target, and he has good AoE, and he has scaling damage. So while he has a little bit of ramp up time with a good deck, obviously, I can clear everything I've thrown at him so far. So he's been very, very good. Cultists entranced by the Bloodstone offer prayers. Whispers from the Bloodstone reach the group. The chosen one. Come close. Accept me. Okay, so we can destroy the altar and get an epiphany. It's important that we get through all of our epiphanies pretty quick. We could follow his request and get a random piece of gear and a curse for mutating. Mutate. If cards in hand, upon card use, we get damage. That's not terrible. We could do that. Or steal the Bloodstone. We gain mutate. We gain Bloodstone. Okay. I'm just gonna take the epiphany here. I don't like random rare legendary. I'd rather just get our epiphanies out of the way right now. As soon as the Bloodstone's destroyed, an unknown force strikes the party. Who gets the epiphany? It's gonna be him. Brand of Annihilation. This is the card I was mentioning. On card exhaust, this card's cost is -1 for 1 turn. So we can essentially make this card free with the right cards in hand. I think that might be our last card unlock for him too. Now we can start getting upgrades. But Bloodstone! The Bloodstone shattered! A curse will befall! Yeah, losers. Feeling the Bloodstone's curse, the cultists fled in haste. The group hurried away from the eerie altar. All right, another elite battle. We are going in kind of damaged, so we need to be a little bit careful here. I might need to prioritize healing a little more than I normally do. Is this a gacha? Yes, it is, Shinosuke. This account is free to play, but it is a gacha game. Okay, let's see what we got here. So, okay, already, we already had the piece of equipment. Because we drew our Outbreak of War card, we've dealt 1 tenacity damage to each enemy. Pretty nice little combo there. We do have our Ego skill ready for Chiron. We want to have a bunch of futilities in hand, ideally when we do that. Unfortunately, we have Brand of Annihilation in our hand right now. We're not going to be able to do that this turn. All right, let's source some water. Well, maybe we could get it. No, we can't. All right, I definitely want to use her Deluge. Gets our wave started. Reminder again, when she gets 3 wave, we get 1 action point. So that just gives us a free wave every turn. Very, very nice. I definitely want to get our upgrade card out. So we can't afford Brand, unfortunately. All right, these guys are going to put a bunch of stats in my hand. All right, we'll just do our normal attack. That generates a futility. See, does lower the price, but not enough that we can use it. Am I going to play CK3 Heavenly Kingdoms DLC? Yes, I don't know when, Kingpins. I have the DLC pass, so I've already got it. There's a problem with Crusader Kings and Victoria and Windows 11 right now, and it was causing me full system lockups. I believe it's mitigated by using the Vulkan drivers, so I should be okay to play it. I just don't know when we're going to start it. Right now, as ongoing series for streams, we're doing Crown and Adventure, and that seems relatively popular, and I'm really enjoying Ascend from Nine Mountains. So when one of those 2 series ends, probably will be when CK3 comes in, but we also have EU5 coming up this week that I'm kind of tempted to play it. I never really got into EU4, and I would like to. Okay, we have not exhausted a bunch of futility, so let's just pop that. That gives us futility, then we'll snack time it, which will let us get rid of one of those. Oh, dang it. Okay, well, I wanted to play this, but we got an upgrade card, so I'm playing the upgrade. All right, let's... I'm almost full on Eagle points. I'm going to pop it, even though it's not ideal here. So... the answer for you Kingpins is yes, but I don't know when. We just have too many good games right now. It's a great problem to have. Have you been playing any of it? Just out of curiosity. Okay, 1 point left. I mean, it's better to do this. It's almost always better for him to attack and generate futility, just because that's how he scales himself. Ooh, we got a break. Escapism. Okay, we got to be a little bit careful here. These are where these runs can get dangerous, because when you break, you lose your HP from that character. Hopefully, we'll get lucky here, and we'll get her back this turn. Okay, no. 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 Ow, reach. Okay, that sucks. Okay. Predator Blade, so we break him, we kill him. Okay, we got a crappy heal into a futility. Ow, reach. This is another one, like, I don't like the system as it is. The thing is, we have a HP pool for the party, but we have individual morale. I can't, at least nothing in the game currently allows me to target certain people with morale healing. We get it from just healing in general, or from some other cards for stress relief. It just doesn't quite feel right. I'm not sure what needs to be done here, but it's not there yet. It's an okay system that just isn't refined yet. Okay, good. Okay, so she heals. We get the HP, max HP back, but we don't heal it. And then we gave a bunch of relief to the rest of the party. Also, we get, I believe, to draw a card. So we could play Whirlpool. It would heal us some, do some damage. We could do our ego skill for cheap. We will do that. Okay, we'll play our sources of water, which gives us even more action points. Okay, let's do an elimination. That draws us a futility. Let's use the futility, which heals us a little bit and gives us the extra damage boost. And then we will do our big attack. Yeah, let's just break and kill that guy. Again, with the break, that gives us more AP. I think we're just going to futility this out. Yeah, that utility of him getting that little bit of heal there is so good. How many of those have we burned? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4. Okay, we've burned 7 of those so far. 10 is the magic number for him. One of his cards scales up to 10. Oh boy. Now we're in round 2. We're going to start drawing all those crappy cards he added to my deck. Okay, we'll exhaust him. I guess we heal. That's all we can do this turn. It's not bad, but needs polishing. Shields are very important for keeping morale up. Yeah, this group is not a shielding group. My other one is vaguely a shielding group. Yeah, I think that the main gameplay loop in the roguelike mode is really good. Like, legitimately a good game. Like, it's not quite Chrono Arc level, but that's because it's trying to do other things. I hope that they can refine it a bit more because it is really fun. Like I mentioned, one of my favorite things is that you can just play the mode, you can save new decks so you're making actual progress and not having to spend energy. I've said before many a time, no game has ever been improved by being a gacha. But at least that helps mitigate some of the gotchaness of the game, if that makes any sense. You're running Renona, Amiria, and Miku. Every run has been butt clenching. Oh, that's pretty funny. Do you have Haven on Amir's cards? I found that that was the only way I could make her work. Okay, at the start of your turn, after 2 turns, we gain some shield. Okay, not ideal piece, but I don't want to switch out anyone else's, so we will go ahead and give that to him. You disagree? There's been some very interesting dice and board game gotchas. Can you name those? I don't even know what those would be. Never heard of them, if that's the case. Okay, we want to go high here. Okay, Butcher Shop's Chaos Order. We were about to something. Best fresh meat. I chop it up. The blood has its use. I'll remove it and give it away. We could rescue captives and gain a piece of gear. We could take some stress, but increase our max HP. We could ask for different meat. Black stain bundle. Cost 0, remove. Recover 20% of max HP at the start of turn minus morale. I believe remove means when we use this card ever during this run, we lose it forever. So, yeah. I feel a big on all this. I'm actually kind of tempted to take the meat here. The stress kind of sucks, but raising our max HP feels like it's probably good. The group shoved the near bloody lump of meat offered by the cultivator in their mouth. Good, glad you like it. Take care, guests. Long pork. Okay, now... Boy, that's going to be pretty dangerous. We will take the elite fight. Amir is a dark horse. People don't know how bonuses her. She has absolute best damage mitigating skill. Yeah. Like I said, I put the heaven ability on 2 of her abilities, and I run her with Haru. So Haru does her big expensive strikes, and then I auto play her abilities for free. That's okay. I feel like she really needs good save data. Her base kit is garbage. For example, they should drop 1 rapier and give her 2 shields. That would help her a ton. Oh, hey, look, we drew our monster card, Cultist Arbiter. We gain some shield. And we're going to Epiphany it, sure. Let's see what it does. Blessing of Waves got. Retain, we heal, and we gain some extra heal based on AP. Sure, let's do this. Let's heal. That takes us to full. We'll get our Deluge running. We'll repent him. We'll do an elimination of him, and I think this feels pretty bad, but I'm gonna go ahead. We'll use her attack, we'll gain an AP, and we'll burn that. I don't want to max out on ego points, so that feels pretty bad though. We are one exhaustion in on him. Oh baby, snack time. Okay, please, 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 give me a good one. We want throwaway 2, draw 1 void card of choice. Oh, okay, never mind. She still had to unlock a card. Never mind. Select a card to exhaust. We'll get rid of this one. Boo. I was so excited there for a minute. I thought we were gonna get our actual upgrade. All right. This card's kind of mediocre. Choose 1 attack card, gain 100% damage for 1 turn. For normally it costs 1 AP, so you don't really get ahead ever with that card. We really need the upgrades for it. We'll go ahead and add it to Black Hole, and we'll use it. Our health is okay. We're gonna take a big hit here. Let's go ahead and give ourselves damage reduction. We'll use the elimination. How to use, I assume that's supposed to be Amir, not Amanda. She works really well in multiple parties. She provides steady damage, anytime shields, and are used that scales. Any game with gacha mechanics, even if it starts out good, will eventually turn into trash due to the fuel of constant gacha. Yeah, unfortunately. It seems like some games are coming out that are starting to get rid of it. I know Duet Night, whatever, got rid of their gacha. Now they had a pretty rough launch, but at least it's showing that people are starting to maybe think about not doing it. What'll happen is the EU is going to pass their anti-gacha stuff, and that'll be the end of that. Okay, let's create 5 utilities here. Boom. And then we're out of points. Done. The game of dice board and card and anime Joy City Corp is 1. It looks a bit off, but very similar to what I played, but off. The beauty of the game is that there are normal shield cards that can enter your deck. I run her with deep trauma mode because it's actually easier, far more epiphanies. Yeah. When I was running her, I got one that was like, I can't think of the name. It had a dude that looked like he was in boxing gear. And if you comboed it, it would give you shield now and shield next turn, which worked out really well for her. Okay, let's give ourselves extra damage on futility. 410%, very nice. We really need to get him a piece of attack here. We'll burn a futility and go. All right, tactical. Man, what are you doing to all my cards? Frost. The card's unusable for 1 turn. Stop frosting me, bro. I really hate that. When using a non-attack card, you gain rage. That's right. Yeah, we got to be a little bit careful about that. We don't want to let him rage too hard. Okay, source of water. Boy, he's hitting really hard. Let's go ahead and let's heal and raise our healing amounts. We'll do a futility. Thank you for the healing. Eliminate. Eliminate. Utility. Utility. Yeah. Chiron actually is like a dark horse healer, weirdly enough. Ow. Okay, front. Yeah, that's pretty. Yeah, that's really bad. Okay, futility. Futility. Oh, never mind. He's dead. Excellent. All right, what do we get? We got a latent epiphany. Okay, so Strike of Darkness. Okay, this is what I was talking about. We have that piece of gear that one per turn, we can auto cast a lead card. We're going to take this one. Unfortunately, it gives Fortitude. Fortitude's not really going to help this group. Minus damage taken per tenacity stack. I think this is another instance of mistranslation. I think that tenacity in this context means Fortitude. I could be wrong on that. We could get the upgrade, which increases basic attack card damage. Very good in a melee deck, not for us. We want to get rid of our basic attacks. Activate all basic attacks. That would be really good right now, but not good in the future. All right, we'll take this one. That's not stellar for us. I'm going to take it because we can auto cast it. At the start of battle, gain 140% shield. All right, what is Hertz doing? Yeah, again, because this is badly translated and I don't think this is actually doing anything, I'm going to go ahead and trade. I would rather just start with some shield. So we'll actually downgrade weirdly there. Okay, our first shop, finally. Don't worry about the fake YouTube chat story. You will lose it. Yep. The points don't matter and the game's made up. I have literally no idea what that system is supposed to do. Okay, let's start with the shop. And let's start... Oh, gear bag. Oh, baby gear bag. We like gear bag around here. All right, let's start by removing a card. So far, we have nobody with a really good deck, if I'm being honest. These are all kind of mid. I'm going to assume that we'll try to make Chiron have something happen here. He at least has all of his cards unlocked. Let's get rid of his heal. That's his weakest card. Like all card games, our number one goal is to get rid of as much as we can. We want to thin our decks hard, hard, hard. All right, Gear Bag, very powerful card. Exhaust, combo, draw 2. Combo means if we play another neutral card, that would lower the cost by 1. Exhaust... Actually, no, this will auto play in this context. Yeah, when an ally uses a card, activate this card. Combos used differently here, but it draws 2. We're going to give that to Miku again. Well, Ray could also use this. Let's give it to Miku. I don't think either one of those decks are getting saved. This is really, really nice for just giving us card draw. All right, we could do training... or we could rest. I think I'm going to rest. We are a little low. It's one or the other. It's unfair. You need to send donations to unlock XP. I have no idea how the system actually works. It's based on chat frequency, but there's a cap of like once per 8 minutes or something. And then it's also based on spending money, but only up to $1,000 per stream. So nobody better send me more than $1,000 or it'll go to waste and you won't get your pretend points. I have literally no idea. It's a stupid system. I have no idea what YouTube's thinking on that. Great Chaos Order is compiling a new Bible. Join us in this momentous event. Cost 0, exhaust 2. When this card is exhausted, draw 2. Ooh. I don't mind that. Or we could gain an Epiphany. I actually don't mind that card. Let's get that. I don't think I've ever picked that up. Oh, this is so touching. Thank you. This is a small token of gratitude. Pick a card to transform. Oh, we're transforming it. Okay. Let's do this. Exhaust 2. So I believe that means after we use it twice, it gets exhausted. I've never had that one before. We'll see. All right, into another shop, and then we have the boss. Do you know what constitutes a basic attack? I believe a basic attack is only these. I think technically these 3 are base skills. It might be these 4 that you start with normally. I could be wrong on that, but I believe that's how that works. So it's your top, it's either these top 2, or it's these 3, or it's these 4. Somewhere in that. Again, the translations are one of the biggest weak points. Ooh, Sneering Dagger. Oh, we're just shy of being able to afford it. That sucks. This is really good on Chiron. When an enemy is defeated, 2 vulnerability to all other enemies, and he's my main killer. That would be really nice on him. But unfortunately, we cannot afford it. All right, we will remove card. We will remove his elimination. All right, we're getting there. We could train or we could rest. We're going into a boss fight, so I'm going to rest. Take us to full HP. There's an upgrade somewhere you can get that allows you to rest and train. That would be really nice. You can't sell items? Not that I've found a way to do. Okay, Crab Boss. Protection of water. Gain 2 morale equal to the number of Aqua Balls. He summons Aqua Balls. For 1 turn, if health decreases by 8%, immediately use Frothing Rage. Okay, so he likes to make summons. You played for 2 hours. Yeah. I don't know what the heck is up with this. Apparently Koreans are just so frail that they can't play a game for 2 hours or something. I don't know. Yeah, he's going to summon in ads, and we don't want those ads to survive. We really would like to clear those ads out the best we can. Because he gets buffs and things from them. All right, let's Deluge. What a horrible starting hand. I guess we will Dark Condensate, Predator Blade. That's pretty weak sauce for a starting turn. Korea says take a break. All right, we've got Black Hole. Unfortunately, we have not exhausted anything. We could put some shield up. Yes. Well, Black Hole. All right, we're just gonna do it to the main guy. That would be a waste on the little guys. I'm done. Man, what horrific draws. Impulse. Okay, well, there's our break. Good timing, actually. Increased card cost. We don't like that. Nothing. Nothing. Oh, he didn't come back this turn. Okay, that sucks quite badly. All right. Hit him. Give us a bless. Ouch. Okay, we'll take the upgrade immediately. I think we're gonna Whirlpool here. Now this will actually be good because we're gonna hit 4 targets. So 204% damage to all enemies, and then we heal 54 equal to numbers hit. We didn't draw his other card to get him free though, so that's not great. All right, let's... Oh man, that sucks. All right, we'll use Ray to hit the crab. We'll get an AP. We'll use the AP to spin this to gain an AP. And then we will use water arrow. I think I will pop one of the little guys. Man, our hands have been absolutely terrible. Max HP, yeah. When they're broken, you lose the max HP you gain from that character. Very dangerous to us on boss fights. All right, please come back to me. Please come back to me. Okay, good. All right, he's back awake. Unfortunately for us, his ability wants us to exhaust futilities, and I have like no futilities in this fight. So, a little unfortunate. The downside also is, even though he's back, we don't get to heal that. So we're kind of in a deficit of HP. All right, we'll hit you. That should combo our gear bag. Okay. I would love to use Black Hole, but we have our upgrade card. We've got to use the upgrade card. He's going to summon in his little dudes. All right, I'll tell you what. Let's use Vitality Boosting. Heals me a little bit, and then we heal more. We'll use Material Regeneration. What a sad turn. Okay, we got Whirlpool again. That's not terrible. Source of Water, also not terrible. Okay, here we go. Good combo. All right, well, Predator Blade, which will give us 4 morale. That's 80% bonus damage. Then we'll Whirlpool into all of them. Big damage and the heal. Oh, it didn't finish off the water balls. Man. I'll reach. All right, hit him. Bunch of utilities in my hand. Can't spend them at the moment. Tactical analysis. Man, what are with these hands? All right, we'll take some shielding. We'll use Dark Condensate into Dark Blade. Also, okay, here's another card that's broken. I just gave this card plus 100% damage, and instead it raised the critical chance. I don't know if that's a display issue or not. I think it is. I can't imagine that that's doing something like that. Let's just hit him. Create mini aqua balls. Okay. Apparently he maxes out at 3. Oh, here's our new card. Order Bible Page. Exhaust 2. When used 2 times, this card is moves to the exhausted pile. When this card is exhausted, draw. Okay, so I don't get any cards this turn. Okay. It's still fine because it still procs my... I exhausted a card, so I get bonus damage, I suppose. Okay, let's Echo Futility. That draws 2. Then we'll Snack Time. And we'll have Ray eat some Futility. Yeah, pretty blah. Alright, hit. We'll finish off our little guy here. And a little bit of healing for me. Done. Display issue, the crit chance isn't the damage. Yeah, I agree. It's very weird. When I upped one of her potentials, that card got bugged, basically. It added extra crit chance to it, but instead it, like, I don't know, it's just displaying weird. Okay, here we go. Brand of Annihilation. Okay, let's use Activate Defense Module. When we exhaust a card, we do Weaken to a random enemy. And then we'll use our Futility here. We exhaust a card, so it also lowers the cost of this. And then we'll hit everybody. There we go. Now we're starting to get somewhere. We have such bad decks at this moment. He's right at the cusp of getting good, though. If nothing else, at least this guy hasn't been particularly dangerous. Okay, let's exhaust this, and now we get our cards? Yeah, we do. Cool. Okay, let's raise the damage of Whirlpool. Raising the damage of multiple hit cards is always the best. Okay, and she breaks him, so we gain an extra AP. Full Dark Blade. Remember, whenever Ray attacks, I also get a little bit of healing. So lots of little trickle healing from these two. I really feel like I could probably switch Mika out on this team if I had to. Mika OP, but if I had to. These two do a decent amount of healing trickles. All right, you want to create a whole bunch, and he's gonna die. I don't believe we're actually critting that hard Floodwater. I think that's a display issue on that card. I don't believe there's any double crits, but I definitely could be wrong about that. Okay, select a card to duplicate. Unfortunately, what a bad run that we don't have anything amazing here. This is garbage. I definitely am not doing that. So it's going to be one of these two. Plus damage per exhausted futility. This also has another upgrade. Or my heavy hitting card that creates a bunch of futility. Let's do Black Hole and hope that we can get an upgrade in the second part of the run here. Shield of the Watcher. When taking damage, 1 mark on the attacker. Mark. When using attack cards, 100% extra attack, tenacity damage by 0 cost, reduce mark by 1, or extra attack damage plus 30%. We do have a little bit of extra attack from his upgrade card. When he exhausts that, he will do an attack with an upgrade, so that isn't terrible. He also still doesn't have an attack item, so I think we're going to take second method. Not his ideal card for sure. All right, but there we go. All right, and our chaos loot, the first zero mode chaos loot. What'd we get? This is what I was saying. You can see what it's going to be here. So we could get a healer's journey. I don't love that. It would be useful for me. Or memory. What is this? Memory fragment. I'm not sure what that is. I would use this. I have 4 things for the week. Okay, we'll go ahead and drop it. That actually gets me to 41. Getting to 40 was really hard. Once I hit 40, then I've got a bunch more XP unlocked, so it's been really easy there. Okay, let's do the second half of the run. That is the halfway point. Okay, we get to grab another Fate. At the start of your turn, -1 cost to a random card. Draw 1 card when discarding a card for the first time. All enemies gain 1 morale at the start of battle, but you gain 1 AP at the start of turn. I will let the enemies do 20% more damage if I get an extra AP. Deal. All right, let's see what we got. Okay, better shops already. So shops up high. More shops up high. There's some chaos stones. Okay, again, we just want to stay really high on this one. Okay, so let's go this top route, I think. All right, we want all high ones to start us off. Okay, we'll immediately throw that away. Upgrade our deluge. All right, now this guy is super dangerous. I just know because I fought him before. At some point, he's going to try to self-destruct. So let's go for big damage right off the bat. And hopefully we'll be able to burn this guy down quick. Like really, really quick. Okay, we have Gear Bag. Okay, Predator Blade will proc Gear Bag. Source of Water. Hint. We'll snack time our water barrier. Okay, Dark Blade. And a water arrow. I mean, that's alright. Ow. Okay, he's still not trying to self-destruct. When this monster deals damage, 1 flame gas. I'm assuming he needs a certain amount of flame gas to be able to explode. Oh, and there's our black hole. Okay, let's do Echoes of Futility first. That breaks him and gets us some futility, which we can then exhaust to raise black hole's damage. All right, here we go. Finally, the good stuff. Okay, so upon futility, exhausted, 100% fixed damage to a random enemy. Very nice. I like that one a lot. 61% damage to a random enemy plus 1 hit per exhausted futility, max of 5. That would be fine. That's good with morale. 306% damage plus 1 hit per 5 exhausted futility, max 2. I'm going to take the upgrade. All right, then give me this. All right, we'll buff that. We can't afford to use it. Is what it is. Done. Okay, attack analysis. All right, create me some. Okay, he's trying to self-destruct now. Yeah, he's got to go this turn. Okay, good, good. Yeah, that might be able to one-shot me. Yeah, I've had it happen before. Okay, next fight immediately. Okay, lots of little dudes. What are you gonna do? 71 damage. You're gonna put up a little shield. Okay, we have Brand. That's an unfortunate first turn draw. I need to get Deluge up. Okay, let's Deluge. Then we'll use our Ego Break, or our Ego skill. A little bit of damage, but more importantly, plus 1 AP. That will Brand. And can't finish anyone else off, unfortunately. Okay, here we go. Black Hole upgrade. So when we exhaust futilities from now on, we're just going to do a random attack for 100% damage. All right, we'll do an Echo of the True Abyss here. Yeah, it's starting to come together. Okay, we gain a bunch of futilities. We'll snack time. And we'll eat one of those futilities. And then he should do an attack. Yep, there's our free attack. All right, we'll do Resonating Darkness upgrade. We'll use that. We need to get our upgrade that turns those into attacks rather than status effects. And there it is. Okay, this will kill somebody. I have no more damage in my hand, unfortunately. I guess we'll shield up. Alright, this almost certainly finishes the fight. One thing I'll also say about this team comp, when you have fights where you have multiple fights in a row where they're one fight, aka when you're doing the simulations, you get all your upgrades right off the bat. This team is so powerful. Here I have to like turn all my upgrades on and everything every single turn. Whereas in there, once I'm done, I'm done. Okay, this is what we wanted to see. Okay, so exhaust, that's fine. We could gain a resolve. Meh. We could gain an AP so the card pays for itself. Or we could gain some draw power. I am not impressed with this card. I think I'd rather make it AP neutral. Not impressed with that card. I don't think I'll pick that up again. There should be 5 epiphanies and then you pick from 3. So there might be 2 other ones that are just absolutely amazing. So maybe that could be the case. All right, let's do the random encounters. Again, I'm looking for exploration. Someone's here. Who's there? Please help me. Stringing up living people and hanging them. There's a maniac who calls it art. Okay, so we could do a dice roll. If we succeed, part of the jewel, okay, X is applied as X plus 1. That is very powerful, but we don't have any X cards. Normally X equals the amount of AP you have. So very, very powerful on the right people, not us. Okay, we could gain Madman's Masterpiece at the start of an elite battle plus 50% damage. Or we could gain an Epiphany. This is a utility. Okay, he doesn't even have a piece of utility. I'm gonna grab that. I don't think I've ever picked that up before. Wait, wait! Ignoring the struggling of the sacrifice, the group tightened the bindings. Flesh! Disassemble! Materials running away! Pleased with the groups restraining the sacrifice, the cultists smiled in satisfaction and handed over their work. Madman's Masterpiece. At the start of an elite battle, plus 50% damage. I wonder if that's permanently during that fight. Masterpiece completion. Next visit, anticipation. All right, buddy. All right, camp again. Let's see what we got. On sale at start of battle plus 15% damage. It's fine, but we don't need it. Don't need any of those. Don't need that. Nope. Okay, we'll remove card. I don't love this order Bible page, but it's not horrible. It exhausts out, so that's fine. So he's good to go. We could get rid of one of her Dark Blades. I think we're going to get rid of Water Arrow. That's probably my next worst card. Let's get rid of that. Done. We're very stressed out, but high on healing, so I think we're going to chance a training. Oh, that gear bag, though. Yes, please. We gave that to Mika. Let's give one to Ray. Get all those draws going. Those are so nice because once you use them, they're exhausted and out of your deck. And they're nice to draw in your initial hand so that we can get all of our upgrades. Once all of our upgrades are in, I don't really need to churn cards so hard, but at the beginning, I really want to churn hard. Bearer of Chaos, soon one who will become the Messiah. Sacrifice chosen one, step forth and face judgment. We don't have the Order's emblem, so we can't challenge the judgment. So if we had that piece of gear, we could do that. We could remove a card. We could lose 20% health, but increase max health. I'm going to do that. We've done that twice this run. The vessel, simply loyalty. The group left pondering the feeling that they couldn't tell if it was the clarity or numbness. All right. Translations, though. I'm liking this HP pool that we built ourselves up to. Okay, a red tail. I don't recognize you. Serrated tail, you're going to hit me twice for some damage. At the start of turn, gain 3 red thorns. Red thorns, when being hit deal 40% fixed damage to the combatant and reduce thorns. Okay. Yeah, look at this turn. This is what I'm talking about. Deluge, Resonating Darkness, Oath of Vanity. That's almost all of our upgrade cards. I think we missed one upgrade card. Sure, hit him. Great start. Okay, we have a gear bag, so let's pop that right off the bat. We'll repent. What are you going to give me? Tactical Analysis, Blessings of Wave Dark. Okay, let's hit him with the Dark Blade. Tactical Analysis. We'll do the heal. We'll do the heal. I'm not going to use this. I'm going to save it for now. It's exhaust, so when I choose to use that, it'll be out of the deck. All right, run the Bible. Okay, brand only 419. This is going to hit way harder, so let's do the Cultist Arbiter. Give us a little bit of shield. And boom. Creates a bunch of futility, and we'll actually do a good Rift of Nothingness finally. So exhaust all futility in hand plus 92% damage for each. So 92 times 5 is going to be like 450-ish extra damage. So big hit here. And that just goes into all of our scaling for having all those cards exhausted. Beautiful. And because we exhausted cards, it made Brain of Annihilation free. I really love his card synergies. Despite the fact that he's a dude, he's all right. Confusion. All right, not a horrible time to have it happen. Oh, and she broke out like instantly. Beautiful. I mean, there's no reason not to use her free ability. That's a cool animation. Yes, it is. One of the things in Ascend from Nine Mountains that we complained about a little bit, I was okay with it, but a lot of people didn't like, was there was a very, very little character animation. I think this game does a really, really good job of having a little bit of character animation. You get this when you're aiming a card, so you can check out every character's butt just in case. But you also get those little anime cutscenes every once in a while, which really just add a little bit of flavor. I think this is a good, it's a compromise, right? Versus development cost and animation versus having a little bit of animation. I think this is great. That's ironically one of my complaints about Chrono Arc. I wish Chrono Arc did this. I wish we could see our characters at the bottom of the screen, and I wish they did something. Because all we get in that game is like some little like flashes on screen. And it really could use just a little bit more production value there. Okay, we can go either way, middle or top. It's the same difference. Let's go top. Okay, we are pretty dang broke, so unfortunately we can't remove a card. Dang it, we can't get our dagger that we want either. Rip, rip, rip. I'm not going to do a training, I don't think. Then again, what if we get another gear card? All right, I'm doing it. Gamba. Somnolent Fruit. Finale Exhaust. Finale. When this card is used in your turn. Okay. -5 stress to a random combatant, or Financial Therapy. Heal 200. If HP is full, gain 30 credits. I mean, that cash though. We're going to give it to our healer. I believe healing scales on HP and defense, I think. I know shields do. If not, then it probably scales only on HP, but that's a weird scaling mechanic if that's the case. It might be a little scary. Oh, we got this. Don't you worry. Okay, exhaust. Deluge. Whirlpool's not going to do much here. I guess we just brand. It's still 469 damage. Percent damage. Okay, here's another piece of feedback. I wish I could change the options to show me not only the percentage, but also the actual damage value. You can kind of tell by doing this and looking at how it changes, but I wish the cards would just tell me the attack value. All right, we will upgrade. We will upgrade. Create 5 utilities. And I think we are just going to go ahead and pop him. Ow. Right off the bat and exhaust all those futilities. Not terrible. So that means we're already 5 exhausts in. Oh, look at that. We get 5 free attacks. I love his mechanics. Okay. Oh, hey, there we go. I don't know if that's happened before. We have that card. We have that piece of gear that makes her cast the lead card for free. And so she just did that. That saves us having to pay for it. Okay, it doesn't show me here, but it activated and did play a card. Played Strike of Darkness with the lead. So we did the damage. We get 100% damage on our basic cards, and we gain 2 fortitude. So basic card here. See, this is all bugged out. This is actually doing a lot of damage at the moment, which we will do. Yeah, crit for 274. We'll heal. Now we're not at full HP, so I'm not going to use this because it'll exhaust. I'm going to try to be really greedy here and see if we can actually get 30 credits because we pour. All right, we got a gear bag on her. Okay, attack analysis. Let's repent him because it turns out to be free. We echo here and that'll gear bag us. What do we get? Predator Blade. Okay, big morale bump. But we don't have anything that will make use of it, unfortunately. Okay, he's not attacking though. Let's just see if we can finish him off. with my free attack. We finish him off. Cool. Yeah, Chiron's deck is doing all right. Everyone else's is still pretty garbage. Wolf's Bane Spine. I have not got this before. On critical hit, 10% fixed shield. The only person I have that can really crit is Chiron, particularly. What are you doing? At the start of your turn, after 2 turns, we gain a shield. I think I would rather be able to just get shield throughout the battle, so I will switch that. You do get some refund for doing that too. Okay, halfway point of this bit. Get our free piece of gear here. Sneering Dagger. Oh my goodness. Lucky. Lucky. Yes. Give. Yeah, like I mentioned, we are definitely going to do that here. When an enemy is defeated, too vulnerable to all other enemies, he does most of our defeating. Now we're going to be able to spam out a bunch of vulnerability if there's ads. Cool. Right Unification Order. Dozens or hundreds perish for the birth of a single deity. They all laugh, willingly shedding blood. On the bloodiest altar piled high with countless corpses, the last remaining priest asks, "Will you be last or will you be a witness?" See, this to me feels like the mood that the whole game should have. And it feels so disjointed between this stuff that happens in here and then the main story / on the arc where it's like, lol, we're going to school. Oh no, let's not be late to go to chaos. And then down here it's like, who will stab me in the eye with a dagger? This is the better. Yeah, maybe they were going for a weird gap thing, but this is definitely the better bit. Okay, Mutated Order. I think we looked at that and said no. Oh, no, we did not. This is a purple piece of gear. Hang on, let me look at that. Attack 68. 15% damage before that. Oh, man. We just changed his gear, though. We could copy 1 card. I don't have anything stellar, if I'm being honest. I really don't. I think MD Supa says copy cards. This Mutated Order, though, would be really good. It's 68 damage. If we look at our current gear, it's 6 more than what he currently has. What would we duplicate, I guess, is the question. We really don't have anything on either of them I care about. So it would be down here. It would probably be Black Hole. We've had a really bad run. He has my best build, and it's not good. This has not been a good run for that. We have no upgrades on any of these. Yeah, I don't think... Normally I would agree with you, and I would totally take the copy. But in this case, we just don't have anything. I think we're taking the gear in this one. I quietly close my eyes. The priest approaches sword in hand, but offers something with their other hand. Mutated Order. Combatants are limited to 1 mythic piece of gear. There you go. Instead, they stain their forehead with blood and say, "You are not dead, but you have accepted death. You too shall return to the divine pool." This ritual remains as neither a complete failure nor a success. Okay, nice. New one for me. Okay, so from here, okay, I want the Chaos Orbs. I'm looking for meta progression, so I have to go top. We're picking... It's kind of funny because you have to kind of balance how you progress. Normally, like I said, you pick one character and you try to make a really, really good deck for them. That's kind of meta progression. But then we also have to beat the map, so you have to do progression in there. And then now we also have these Chaos Orbs I want to unlock. So there's a whole bunch of different things pulling me in different directions. Also, you have a lot of HP, friend. Okay. You have a lot of HP. We don't have anything good to use. Let's just up the damage. That card's so bad. That's so bad. They really should buff the base of that card for her. You spend 1 AP to get 100% damage. It should at least give you the card draw of the upgrade, in my opinion. I think I'm actually just going to burn a futility here. This is going to be a long fight. We're in this one for the long haul. Okay, he's going to hit me twice. He also has an extra action. Okay. Okay, black hole. Let's do a heal. I guess the second one. Ugh, gross. Horrible turns. Okay, he's gonna hit again. And there's our upgrade. Let's attack analysis. Gear bags me. Oh, beautiful. And then we upgrade into a second gear bag. You'll love to see it. You'll love to see it. Cycle that deck. Throw away the Bible. You repent. Turn still ends up not being particularly great, but at least it's better than it could have been. We deck cycled really hard. All right, big heal, I suppose. And just another heal. Kind of crap. Okay, there we go. Gets her free attack. We'll do our upgrade. I think that's all of our upgrades. All right, let's echo a futility, because that will create futilities that like in snack time. Nom nom. And that lowers my cost. All right, let's actually pop. This is not that good, but let's just use it because I need to cycle my ego skills. So then when we do this futility, she'll give him a weaken. There you go. Lowers that damage a little bit. We have a free Brand of Annihilation. God, that combo's so good. And then... oh, sad. We'll get ourselves a little bit of a shield. All right, not bad. Now, you have a max hand of 10, I believe. We're at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, so I can pop this, and we're not going to max... well, now we're at max. Okay, give me my attack skill. That increases healing. Then we heal and gain an AP. This is going to be a big turn. We might be able to kill him here. Okay, increase damage of 1 cost cards. Give me a bajillion morale. Okay, that's going to break him. Either of those would break. Let's do the futility. So we get the extra 15% damage from my gear set. Right, break him for the extra AP. Oh yeah. There we go. And there's finally a crit. Alright, that's fine. We ended up okay. We little high on the stress. But we have a non-shop place, so I think I'm gonna save my cash rather than doing the training. Well, we're so bloody high on HP. Alright. Let's greet it. What do you got? Another financial healing. We'll take it. Her deck's definitely not getting saved. All right, random encounter. Oh, I've never done this one. A miracle shall arrive. Now it is almost done. Offer up the blood of glory. We could gain a random piece. We could gain 5 stress and gain a ritual dagger. When an enemy is defeated, plus 10 attack card damage, max 2. Or save the offering. Dice roll 9. Upon success, initiate battle. Increase credits by a lot. This would be really good, but we're already kind of set for this run. I'm going to do this just so I don't have to do this on another run. We have a plus 3 from somebody. We need to roll a 9 on a d20. Chiron's giving us plus 3. I haven't figured out what the rhyme or reason of this is. There's something to do with character skills. We do it? Thank you! The sacrifice cut free of the ropes and escaped safely, but a fight with the enraged cultist is inevitable. There's my free card. We love it. We love that so much. Okay, get my deluge up. Okay, the fact that this card doesn't have bonus damage right now means that this is not a basic card. So I think your basic cards are literally just your basic attacks. Maybe the heal or shield card. Because this is her fourth card in her first row. I think. Okay, good hit, but we mostly care about the morale damage. Basic card has the white card name. Thank you, MD, for clarifying on that. So Dark Blade has white, so that is a basic card. Does that apply for things like this? This is a gear card. Okay, let's exhaust that. I kind of want a whirlpool here. We're gonna hit 3 of them. That'll also give us an AP back. No, it won't, because I don't have that upgrade. I'm used to that card giving me wave. We're at full. I'm gonna go full greed here. I'm gonna do financial therapy and take the 30 credits. We'll upgrade our black hole. I'm not too worried about this fight. Everything else is unique unless you buy from shops which are neutral. Because there is a white line with her base based on basic cards, and it's useless. Okay. Hold on. That first for sure. Get our upgrade going. Alright, go ahead and hit him with the AoE. And then kill that guy. Yeah, I mean, I guess he gives me an AP so we can heal. Okay, this is a little bit of science. I'm not at full HP, but does this give me the credits if it takes me to full HP? Yes, it does. Okay. Good. Science happened. I just really need an attack card. All right. Weirdly enough, I'm going to snack on Blessing of Waves. I'm going to cast a gear back. Come on, give me an attack. There we go. We got a lot of bloat in these decks. The group swept up the credits presumed to be offerings and fled the gruesome altar. Okay, we could take either fight. Let's fight the dude. He snapped his suspenders. That's amazing. All right, you are doing what? Blade Lick, Smear Poison, Glacial. When this monster acts, freeze a card in the deck, in the draw deck. Okay, we hate that. We would like to kill him first, but he has a lot of HP, so probably not. Give me the deluge, give me attack analysis, give me the water, get rid of the Bible. I don't want to use these because it would be a complete waste. Let's just get our brand and go. Man, I hate that glacial. That glacial sucks. Oh, hey, an epiphany finally. Okay, being careful though. First, get the upgrade. Okay, we definitely can afford that this turn. All right, what are you gonna do? At the start of the next turn, all enemy counts +2. We gain some fortitude. We gain morale. We gain draw 1. I'm not super impressed. I think I'd rather take the morale for extra damage. Draw would also be pretty good there. Alright, I'm not allowed to play that because of Frost. Alright, let's hit him, and I guess let's heal. Done. That glacial sucks. Okay, hit. We're gonna have a break here momentarily. Alright, you repent. Oh man. We have nothing but heals in our hand. There you go. All right, well, more financial therapy at least. The card knows. The card knows. Let's get a few greeds in chat there in honor of financial therapy. And there she goes, escapism. All right, this could be pretty dangerous right now. Please break through relatively easily. No. No. Okay, not good. All right, this is gonna be a little weird, but I'm gonna do this first because I want to make some room. Ah, we didn't get his. Okay. Dang it. All right, wipe him out. When we get kills, we gain a little bit of ego, so I wanted to make sure we had some room. Yeah, that sucks. Oh, we don't have our upgrade yet either. That double sucks. I was really fishing for Kayron's ego skill there. Ouch. Ouch. Okay, got our free hit. Let's use that so nothing bad can happen. All right, come on, Miku. Come on, Miku. Yes. Okay, we needed that. Unfortunately, we don't need her cheap ego skill. It's going to literally do nothing for me. Let's up the damage. Oh, Predator's Blade. And then hit. Not great. Stop turning off all my damage, dang it. Man, we are in trouble. We're in big trouble. Okay, let's Whirlpool. That heals us and does damage. Okay, you heal the most. Then you. And I think we're actually going to put up damage reduction. Because I'm getting absolutely pummeled here. This guy usually ends my turn. The guy licking the blade. Yeah, the Glacial is killing me. It keeps hitting all my high damage cards. Okay, we can snack time the futility. You've got to be kidding me. All right, well, it's just a debate of whether we use this or not. I think we do. Come on, Kayron, get your skill in here. Okay, there's his skill at least available. I'm getting absolutely pummeled by this guy. Okay, good. He finally hit something I don't care about. Okay, give me the card draw. Source of water. Okay, we're gonna Blessing of Wave, so we get plus 3% healing equal to number of AP. We have 6 AP, so there you go. Okay, damage per exhausted. These are still status ailments. We have tons of AP. Okay, let's just burn those. Come on, let's get rid of this guy. Oh, goodness. I've never had that happen before. 30% chance to 50% fixed damage to combatants, 50% chance to draw one. We did draw one. It was no good. I'm actually going to use Mika's skill here. This is going to end my run if we don't draw something that does something useful. And of course it's frozen. If this wasn't frozen, we literally would have lived. That amount of damage would probably have killed him. And there we go. And he impulses. Wow. Your mind is broken, so we're done, basically. We haven't died yet, but it's going to happen here. And we can't play that because we're broken. Well, that was horrible. Man, if only the stupid brand hadn't been frozen. We could have won that. That was so winnable. All right, can we take this jerk with me at least? Yeah, this guy is serious business. Source of water into a whirlpool. I'm shocked he hasn't actually been able to finish me off. So at least we killed him too. As you can see, I'm not actually healing or anything. Why you don't do blue pot? Unfortunately, this was my only choice. This is my first zero run. All right, but we got a bunch of exploration. I do need to finish this off, though. I want to get that one piece of gear unlocked, so we'll just have to suffer through it, unfortunately. We got 28 Chaos Orbs. None of those decks impressed me at all. At all. We did get a mental. That's actually useful. I really could actually use it. He's my affection thing. Again, I absolutely hate that it's him, but you need to progress that to get through your leveling mission. And by upping affection, you unlock free stats. After the rampage, Chiron regained his sanity, but some symptoms remained. Ah, it's you. They say you can leave whenever you want. As you see, I'm perfectly fine. Not sure why I need to prove it. I hope this isn't a waste of time. Pressure. It's impossible to tell if Chiron's current state is genuine. Ah, I see. If you're looking at me with doubt, Captain, I can tell just by looking at it in your eyes. However, it'd be best not to act rashly. Threaten. You activate the safety mechanisms to threaten Chiron. Those toys aren't worth laughing at. Still, I'll give you some credit. If I let my guard down a step closer, you would have tried to pierce my heart. Their condition doesn't seem to have changed much. Yeah, no problem, ADS. Have a good one, man. The counseling session ended. I know my own condition better than anyone else, and right now I think its best move is for you to just leave me alone. I appreciate your hard work, Captain. All right, and done. I'm pretty sure I haven't had that one before, so that should give us an unlock. Collect counseling records. Yoink. Yep, there we go. I finished all of them. Yoink. It's going to be interesting to see how generous the game is with currency once you're done with all the early game unlocks. Okay, so coordinates have been reset because we failed. Let's do our upgrade. So this is where we're going to spin those Chaos Orbs. Rare species, appearance probability patch. When entering Chaos, the chance of rare species. What are rare species? Event occurring in elite battle increases by 3%. Rare species. More powerful monsters appear, but you can obtain additional Chaos Orbs. Well, that sounds deadly, frankly. Sure. Health patch, defense patch, and attack. I see. All right, we definitely want a bunch of attack. Sure, we'll do one click of each of these. There we go. Done. Chaos Matrix. So we unlocked some extra credits. We need 2 more points spent, and then we can get some more rewards. All right, so I'm not going to do a second run here, but I just want to look. So yeah, we don't have any codex because we failed, so we'd have to merge. If we had bonus Chaos Orbs, we could do them, but we don't, so we have to spend credits. Be careful about going poor here. So we roll up 3 choices. This is what I mentioned is kind of sort of reminiscent of Path of Exile's map system, where we can kind of pick our map that we want to do. So all of these are world rank 5s. This one's a level 49. I actually do have some characters who are Justice, so those might be a little bit easier. That one's in Blue Pot again. I don't like Blue Pot, but like I said, I'm trying to get through that and unlock the exploration. Monsters getting 2 Fury every 3 turns. Max health decreases. 6 elite spots added. That's pretty hard looking, if I'm being honest. Does have high save data. Normal save data. Okay, this one has high save data. It's level 40, so I could do this with my secondary team. Chance of rare fates increase. Discard one card randomly at start of turn. I don't love it, but I don't. That's fine. Max health decreases by 3% at the start of every turn. Nope. Nope. I'm noping out of that. All right, we'll take the crappy one. And I'll probably fail that. All right, we're not going to start that one, though. Yeah, we just don't have that amount of time. Let's grab our reward here. This is for exploration. Again, we want to unlock these other things here. So I'm going to suffer through some blue prot to 30. Before we go, though. Yeah, no orange. Middle is a no-no, and the right are both bad. Yeah, very bad. Those losing max HP every fight is horrific. All right, before we end the stream tonight, though, I am going to burn off. I've got some summons to do. Let me see if we got any more summons here. Yep. Can't wait until we get that leveled up more. What else did we get? Level 41. Cool. Now also gives me some energy. Cool. And achievement. Whatever you are. Yep. Cool. Okay, let's pop those. I'm expecting a 5-star here. So, rescue. We're just on the regular banner. I'm not going to do any more on Haru. I really wish she had come late and I could have got some more of these, but I didn't. So we're going to do these. We have 30 pulls to do, so we can do 3 10 pulls. Please don't give me more dudes. No Luke. Absolutely no Luke. Please don't give me Luke. Kellyup would be fine. She would help my second team quite a bit because she could upgrade out of a mirror. So that would be fine. Magna, she would also be okay in my second group, so that would be okay. I don't really have a good setup for her. I don't want Rin because I already have a bunch of chaos damage or void damage combatants. So she's fine. I like her playstyle, but I already have that damage type. I'd like to spread my damage types. Or Leah, I think she's really weird. She is very slow, so in a lot of the modes, I don't actually think she's very good. But she also is a damage type I have no people that have, so maybe that could be decent. Maylin, I would like her. She would open up passion teams for me, so that would be fine. Veronica, I'm not stellar into that, but again, she would open up a new damage type for me. She would be fine. I think she's good at card draw, if I remember right. Bunch of redraw. Draw 2 cards from other combatants. Yeah, she would be okay. Riona, again, she's void damage. I like the character a lot, and I like her playstyle. Already have void character, though, so that wouldn't open up anything new for me. I hate Hugo because he's a furry, but he would open up a new damage type for me, so that would be okay. When I get my third draw of Chiron, he will open up this one. Add for every 2 futility cards we use, we do 100% damage to all enemies. That would be really powerful. So, you know, we have that going. Fast stream 2 hours. Yeah, I don't know if you were here at the beginning, but I've got some remodel work doing, and I don't know whether it's just the smell of stuff or the dust or whatever. My throat is killing me. Just like my sinuses are draining and my throat's really super sore. Okay, let's hop through here first, and then we can talk about that, Chinosuke. Okay, so what I really want here is actually the 4 stars. I would really, really, really appreciate a Cassius and a Nia. That would open up a bunch more teams for me. Heck, even a Maribel would be kind of useful. So hopefully we'll get these 2. I would say we've had 0 lucky pulls. We have gone to pity, like hard pity on like everything. No double pulls, no cool things. Absolute trash so far. Tonight is the night that it's gonna change. We're gonna pull like triple 5 stars in just a second. Here we go. 10 going in. Don't make me go to hard pity game. Let's see. No 5 star. Okay, a 4-star. That's a useful partner at least. That's my second copy of her. Okay, these are all just the crapper fodder things. Don't need them at all. Don't need you at all. Don't need you at all. Don't need you at all. Wow. I'm pretty sure that was guaranteed. So we, on our next draw, are guaranteed a 4-star. We literally got bare minimum here. All right. 10 more going in. Come on. Come on. Daddy needs a new 5-star. No 5-star. All right. The forced one. Okay, a new partner. I think she's useful. Somebody I don't have. She's for defensive characters. That's at least usable. I haven't got her before. All right, come on. Let's have a double 4-star in here. An Owen dupe, my least favorite character probably. I am building him up though because he would be useful for a team, so I guess that's okay. You saw somewhere that they grow in the cutscene points to the sky. You gotta fight. Yeah, there'll be a different flash on her face, and she'll look up and see the SS Nightmare. That'll tell you if you got a 5-star. So if she doesn't look up, no 5-star. Okay, so at least we got a double, but I'm not gonna call that lucky or anything. He's like very much not wanted. That's probably pretty useful. Okay, my final 10 draw. In 15 pulls, we are guaranteed to get a 5-star. Please don't make me go to full pity. Come on, game. Come on, I've been so kind to you. Do it. All right, let's look up and see that ship. Show me that nightmare. Show me that nightmare. Yep. See how she looks up and saw the ship? We got the 5-star. Okay, come on. Thank you, Korea. Yeah, I'm tough enough. I can handle 3 hours of gaming. Okay, garbage, garbage, garbage. Come on. Come on. Give me somebody useful. Okay, I'll take it. I want not dupes. Not dudes and not dupes. New character, I will take it. She's a shielder, which I actually didn't have. I had Owen and Amir were my only shielders. So I will definitely take that. Magna, she's like ice and shields and counterattacks. So sounds cool to me. She's also Justice, so I can do a pure Justice team now if I want. Okay, and a second 4-star. Better version of Maribel, and I don't have Maribel either, so I desperately needed a shielder. Okay, I will take it, and we're 1, 2, 3, 4 into the next one. Leave the fighting to me. Okay, and that does reset my next thing. So again, we are back to 65 required. I'm not spending gems or anything right at the moment. Unless we get free pulls here, I'm pretty much just saving up for the next main banner. I really wish we hadn't gotten her when we did. In fact, can I? No, not through that screen. Can I see our pull history? So here's where we got Haru. These are showing what? 5 each. Yeah, so I got Haru at 54 pulls. But as you can see, Arwen, Beryl, Mika, Owen, Beryl. Yeah, not great pulls. I'm missing those important 4-stars. So many people are like, oh, you can make such a cool team with these guys. I'm like, I don't have any of those. So little disappointed on that one. But it is what it is. So I will definitely take that. I do want to look at, I see I want to look at my partners. I could put it on her. So who's the new partner? What do you do? The assigned combatant's defense is increased by 12% when the assigned combatant targets a vulnerable enemy, plus 10% defense-based damage. For 1 turn, 2 morale. For 1 turn, 1 fortitude. Well, I mean, it's better than this guy, right? A shield and a counterattack? Sure. There you go. Unfortunately, I'm completely broke on materials and whatnot, so I'm not going to be able to level her up very much right now. But she should slot in very nicely into my Haru, Beryl, and now Magna team, and then we can drop Amir for the time being. That should be pretty darn nice. Gambatae Babel, and indeed. Beryl is very good. Yes, Beryl is very good. I really like her play style. If I show, I'll show off my deck here. Let's see, yeah. This is my current one. Yeah, this is my current one. It's still not great, but you can see the idea here. So I have 2 copies of Opening Found. Every turn, if she has retain cards, she fires for 150, and then I can do it twice. So if I have a charged shot in my hand, she fires twice. If I have a Opening Found also, then she fires 2 more times, and you could just keep scaling it and scaling it and scaling it and scaling it. So very cool. I definitely need some more improvement on this. This is at least usable. This was okay. My Haru definitely needs work. She's not very good. And then, yes, I finally have a shield character. Thank goodness. I don't understand why Amir has 2 rapiers in her base deck. Like, whoever made this was just mean. Get rid of 1 rapier and give her a 2nd steel barrier, and that would help a ton. That would help a ton in her base kit. So I don't know about that. That just feels really weird. I do agree, though. I think she is a bit of a sleeper. I think with a really good deck, she would be very, very good. But you have to actually be able to get there. You got Haru and the signature partner. Ran her with Kalip. Yeah, see, that's the team right there. Lack of damage. Interesting. Yeah, you also wouldn't have a lot of AoE in that team, which could definitely hurt. 2 Opening Founds, 2 Heart of Nests, lots and lots of in-turn blasting. Yeah, that's the type of build I definitely want on Beryl. Ironically enough, Hoenn, I almost want to say maybe Owen. Well, but you said you had problems with the damage. I don't know on that one. The reason I would say Owen, if we go to cards here, he can give you vulnerable. Vulnerable would help your damage on Haru, so you could vulnerable the main target and then blap it. He also has good damage on his AoE stuff, which is something you're lacking a little bit. And this wind charge, notice this doesn't say own card on this one. I believe this works on other people. So you could wind charge into anchor shot, and you could anchor shot twice that way. So another one that could do there. I don't know though. I'm gonna try him because I have a bajillion copies of his ego. In fact, we got another one, so let's manifest that. Damage and shield gain from Raging Storm. I believe that's his ego skill. Yeah, that's not terrible. He brings AoE and he brings shield, so maybe that would be something that you could try on that one. And we didn't get dupes of anyone else, so there we go. There's that. Lots of AoE, not a lot of AoE, so can't fire it. Yeah, it's a weird one. It is nice though if you look at the worlds that are available. So Passion World, I think that's like Celestial or whatever. Void. Yeah, I don't have World 5 unlocked here, but I believe this is Justice. So Haru would want to go there. I've been doing a lot of City of Mist because that's where my main team is good. So that's mainly where I was going. And then now we just did some blue pot. So, is what it is, I suppose. It's the nature of the beast. Okay, so that's going to be it. We're going to be a little short tonight. Like I mentioned, my voice is kind of shoddy tonight. Unfortunately. My plan for tomorrow is we're going to do some more Crown and Adventure. And I'm not sure where we're going to go from there. There's a distinct chance we may look at doing some EU5. I don't know. That's a big time commitment. And it's a Paradox game, so it'll probably be crappy on release. We shall see. Yeah. If anyone wants to hang out for a minute and ask questions or just chat, I'm going to do that. I want to answer Shinosuke's question from a minute ago, but I just want to let you guys know that that's what I'm going to talk about. So, end of the main content there. Okay, so Shinosuke, you were asking... Before you close out, I'm trying to understand how YouTube video analytics work. What leads you to prioritize what videos of what? I have 1K impressions on a game, but they match my average views. But that's the most impressions of all the games I stream. Every video with around 600 views has less impressions. Impressions are only people who saw your thumbnail, basically. So something you did about that video got more people's eyes on it But if that's the same as what you're normally seeing for view count, that means the new people didn't choose to click on it. That's how I would interpret that. For me, what I generally look for isn't really impressions, because I do two things that are just too niche for the most part. I look for something that is an outlier in views or watch duration. So like Crown and Adventure is tacking above my channel average, so it gets a little more priority than other things. If you're looking for content to do, if you look at people who are doing similar genres to what you're covering, find a smallish or equal sized channel to you. Let's just say they have 2,000 subscribers, but they have videos for Crown and Adventure and they have 4,000, 5,000, 6,000 views. That might be a good game to do, because it's showing you people outside of their normal viewership are choosing to watch that video, if that makes any sense. For me, I also tend to try to balance between a couple different things. I have a core audience, and my core audience likes really hardcore things. They like Dominions, they like Shadow Empires, they like what's the Dead Gods game, things like that. That's my core audience. Those are the people who come and watch most of those videos. I have a second audience that likes the Chinese wushu, kung fu, cultivation games, and those two audiences don't have a ton of overlap. I have to kind of pick which one gets a video when I put something out, because most of these people don't watch the hardcore stuff, and most of those hardcore people don't watch the wushu stuff. So that is the downside to doing variety channels. Now for me, I feel like it gives the channel a little bit more resilience. Like I'm a few months away from being out of content for Dominions. So I need to have something else planted before that happens. So that has been the strategy that I've been tacking on. And then the third type of content would be, I just really want to do it. And sometimes I'm just going to do it even if no one's going to watch it. Like tonight, this isn't going to be very popular, but I just wanted to do this, so I did it. And then my fourth type of content would be experimental and trying to find new audiences. So like if I went and played some Space Marine 2, that would be really out there. Nobody that subscribes to my channel has shown any interest in something like that. Now, a few of you guys that just like to come hang out would probably come hang out and watch it. Much appreciated to you guys. But the bulk of my audience, when they look at the VOD, they're not going to click on that video and watch it. So you kind of have to like pick what you're going to pursue. The advice from the gurus is stick to one thing, especially as a video game. Like I only do Minecraft and that's all I do. I don't agree with that advice, obviously. And that's, like I said, because at some point, unless you're covering a evergreen game like Minecraft or something, your content will just burn out, right? Like that's how you get these people that are like, well, I covered game X, but game X is dying. What do I do? No one will watch anything else. That's where I feel like you get yourself into a nasty corner, because it feels bad, right? Like it feels bad when I put out a video that I worked really hard on and I thought was going to be really cool, and I get like 200 views. Conversely though, you get those oddballs like Monster Breeder. I didn't think anyone would watch Monster Breeder, and it was pretty successful. It did pretty good. It petered out, unfortunately, but a lot of them are going to do that. Conversely though, there also can just be, sometimes you just commit to the project and you just hope that it turns out well. Tale of Immortal still does pretty good for me. And every time I cover a Chinese game, Tale of Immortal gets a huge boost. So while Tale of Immortal wasn't particularly popular when I did it, it's one of my highest watched series at this point. So House of Legacy did very, very good when I did it. It does not do very well on the VOD watching. So it just depends. One thing I'm doing really bad at is apparently evergreen content, like guides or something. I don't get a lot of that. I tend to get my views in waves. Like I said, like a Chinese type game will funnel a lot of viewers into Wandering Sword or Tale of Immortal. So I get views that way, but nobody's searching up a lot of those games because I play things that are too niche. So I don't know. What I'm doing seems to be working okay, so I'm not looking to change tack too hard. If anything, I just need to do more videos. I just need to double down. So hopefully my remodel stuff will get done next week and I can just nose to the grindstone again, because I just got to do more. Got to do more. More videos, more streams. I'm still trying to find a core audience. I'm putting out a variety of videos. Yeah. If you're just starting stuff, Shinosuke, my advice would be throw things at the wall and see what sticks. And if you get a video that is hot, do more of that. Just do more of that. One of the things you want to do is try to build up an audience that will at least give you a chance when you put out something different. Because like it's really hard when you first start out and you just get nobody watching and nobody commenting. Because you can't solicit any feedback. And YouTube is going to give you impressions based on your current audience. So when I put a new video out, it's going to look at the tags. It's going to look at the transcript of my video, because I'm sure they're doing that now. And then it's going to look at my audiences and be like, okay, guys who are 35 to 45 watch Babel and they like hardcore strategy games. Is this a hardcore strategy game? Yeah, okay. I'm going to send that out to that type of person. So yeah, getting that seed audience is really, really hard to do. So yeah, my strategy, I'll give you what my strategy was. I started my channel. I was going to do Graveyard Keeper, but my computer died the week I was going to do it. So I missed it. And Against the Storm came out. And for whatever reason, nobody was doing Against the Storm, even though they knew that it was coming out. And so I really, really lucked out that none of the big fish that were doing Against the Storm put out any videos when it launched. So I did a video of it was the day one patch, the day before the game launched. And then I did like several playthroughs. I did a little bit of guide content and I got a little bit of viewership and I got some feedback from people. And that really, really helped. And just to keep my motivation up, just to actually get some views. That really, really helped. And I tried various things that pretty much failed until Dominions, when I finally just said, F it, I'm going to stream Dominions. And that's where the channel really did well for itself. Like graph go up when I did that one. And then every time you get those big growth moments, they'll go down. But the idea is that your new baseline is higher than your old baseline. So I've had that there. I've had that really big on House of Legacy. I got one of those from a little bit from Tale of Immortal, and I got one of those from what was the strategy game? It was by the makers of Gladius. Whatever that was, I had a pretty nice viewership when that popped out. Because again, for whatever reason, nobody else did any content on that, so I was kind of the only show in town. And then the other thing, at least for me, that I usually think about. People say that you have to get lucky. They're kind of right, but you have to position yourself to get lucky. So, despite how I think I sound, I imagine that like the quality of my audio on the channel has improved greatly from where I started. In fact, I know it does, because I was watching one of my old Dominions video the other day for something, and I was like, God, this sounds horrible. So I've improved on that. I've learned how to put the camera on here. I've learned how to do green screen. I'm still not very good at editing videos, but I'm getting better. That's where you get that moment where you just get that lightning strike and you're ready to go and you can do it. Another person that I watch a lot of videos of is, I think it's Montesial Gaming. He's a review channel that he reviews games at 100%. He had his channel for like 6 years and it didn't do anything. Like it was just a hobby channel. Nobody hardly watched it. He did like Oblivion Let's Plays and stuff. And then what was his breakout game? Was it Red Dead Redemption 2? I don't remember, but whatever it was, he was putting out videos just as he normally did. And that just got bajillions of views. Like he made like $300,000 in a month. Like it was crazy how much he did. But he didn't get lucky. He did 6 years of work to get to that point. And so he was putting up the same quality content he'd always done. And it was just the right audience at the right time. And that is what skyrocketed him. So I feel like, you know, I try to improve something every video. Sometimes it's subtle, sometimes it's big. I try to learn new things. I haven't done it recently because my time's been really low, but I used to do at least every week. I tried to watch 1 or 2 tutorial videos of something. It doesn't matter what, just a tutorial of something for the channel. Editing, audio. I use DaVinci Resolve for my editing, so I'd watch videos about that. A YouTube strategy video, something. So I'm always trying to be learning, always trying to improve a little bit. Because like I said, you just never know. Maybe today is the day. Like, that's kind of what happened with House of Legacy. House of Legacy was literally, I don't have anything to stream today. Hey, here's a $10 game. That looks kind of cool. I'll just play that today. I've made the second most views out of my entire channel off of that. And that was literally, I just don't know what I'm going to do today. But because I knew how to use my camera, because my sound worked, I have a basic flow of how things work. It was super duper popular. So yeah, that's my thoughts on that. Did a little drama streaming, a little tutorializing, a little science talk. I will say you probably want to stick to like one kind of thing. If you want to do science stuff, do that on one channel, because the overlap between that type of stuff and like video games is not going to be high. Same for drama. Unless it's video game drama, you probably want to split that out, because you do get hurt when YouTube sends out my videos and nobody clicks it. That YouTube is like, oh, okay, it's a bad video. Nobody's gonna watch this. Where you get those viral moments is where you send out your video and your entire audience watches it, and they all watch a whole bunch. And then it's like, hey, everyone really liked that. Okay, I'm gonna try this extra audience. Oh, hey, they all watch that too. Okay, I'm gonna try an even bigger audience. That's where you get your breakthrough moments. So I think you could do like video games and video game drama. You probably could do that on the same channel. A lot of people do, and they're very popular. But if you're going outside of that, like you're going to do, let's say, science and cooking and video games, those are going to be hard to mesh together. Like you could do the science of video games, or like maybe you cook things from video games. Like there are some channels who do stuff like that. But if you're going too many directions, you're probably going to grow very slow. So just depends on what your goals are. If you just want to be a hobby channel, do whatever the hell you want. Don't let anyone tell you what to do. If you want to really do like oddball separate things, probably look at splitting those into different channels. Notice a surge of views on your Lasaria playtest videos when it launched. Yep. And there's also a timing thing, right? So like, if you know a game is coming out, like, had I had the time, I should have had Crusader Kings 3 content ready to go. Had I had the time, I should have had, you know, X content ready to go, because there are windows of opportunity where people are looking for it. Like if you go to Google Trends and you look at Lasaria, I'm going to guess you're going to see a Google Trend spiking at the same time that happened, and then dying off pretty quickly. So, like I mentioned, when I did the Against the Storm stuff, I hit it at just the right time, and nobody else made the content for a couple days. So I had like 3 days where I was the big fish for once, and that really helped me get some views and get some people in and get some comments in there. And then after that, you know, Nukrium had his video, and so-and-so had their video. All the other people got their videos out, and everyone went and watched them instead. Because, I mean, let's all be honest. When you open YouTube, you go, oh, hey, Babel put out a new video. Okay, I'll just go check that out. You don't go and say, hey, here's a random person I've never heard of a game I've never heard of. I guess I'll watch that. Like, nobody does that. So you either need to be searchable, or you need to already have some audience to get people to do that. Law of probability, frequency, and luck will come to you. Yep. Yep. It's you know, being ready in the right time and place. It's like, I don't know, I hate sports analogies because I don't watch sports, but it's like you put in all the practice so that on the oddball chance that like somebody passes you the ball, you're ready to go and you're confident and you can just do the performance. If you said, well, I'm not going to practice until they start passing me the ball, well, they're going to pass you the ball and you're going to fumble it and you're going to look stupid and nothing will come of it. So you just have to put in the work, put in the reps, and just be ready for when things go well. Also, I'm really tired of you. Could we... There we go. We'll change our background for a minute. Yeah, no problem, Shinosuke. I don't mind talking shop. All right, well, thank you to the other 22 people who apparently were interested in talking YouTube behind the scenes stuff. Thanks for hanging out. Either way, that's going to be it for me tonight. Like I said, my plan is I'm going to get a Cronin Adventure stream ready for tomorrow at the normal time. Do remember that I've had daylight savings time, so if you're a viewer from somewhere that doesn't do that, just your time's going to be a little bit different there. I'm not sure what we're going to do on Wednesday, and then we will be back, of course, on Friday with Dominions. It's late age relay this week, so gonna probably be a pain stream, but it's a cool nation, so I think people will be pretty interested in that one. All right, guys, that's gonna be it for me. Thank you for the gacha luck. At least we didn't get a stupid dupe, and at least we have somebody more useful moving forward. I probably will do a little bit more of this. I just don't know when that's gonna be. So that's gonna be it for me. Signing out. Thanks everyone for hanging out. I'm gonna tell YouTube that they can run a little ad here and then end stream. So if you haven't been blocking those ads, I appreciate the pennies. All right, take care, everybody. See you on the next one.